Hi, it's Ronnie and welcome to my channel. I am going to scrap these 3 pictures of my grandson, and this is a kit. It came with several other kits. I don't remember how many, but I do remember it was like forever ago. It was on HSN. I'm kind of thinking Stacy Jillian was doing it. I'm thinking that maybe. Um, but it had 4 pieces of paper, those felt frames, stars and hearts, and arrow, and then all those die cuts, loads of flat stuff but nothing that's not flat, but I'm going to use them anyway. I had those things that I just showed you, but I am not going to use any of them but the twine, because when I first pulled everything out, I brought out white paper, and those are white letters, well, phrases and words there, and they didn't go with the paper after I pulled the paper out. So I decided to use the vanilla paper, and it goes a whole lot better. So I'm not going to use the white things that are in there, but all those papers are really pretty and they're good and sturdy, but I have no name brand to give you other than HSN. And yeah, I've had them a long time. Most that I got in the package I gave away to family and friends that had started scrapbooking, and like they'd come out to scrapbook and I could give them like a little kit really quick so they would have something to work with that was all there. And one time there was a fundraiser at work and I did a whole album of kits and put several in there. So I had a few left and they've just sit there. Nobody's come out to scrap with me in a long time. My family gave up on scrapping. They knew that they could get albums sooner or later from me anyway. So, yeah, I just go ahead and make their pages now. A lot of times they'll send me a text with a picture and say they want in the next album. But, yeah, none of them come out and scrap with me anymore. Charlie's the only one that ever scraps with me. And now that she's a teenager, she hasn't come to scrap too much. I've gave her stuff because she wanted stuff to do at home, but she hasn't come out just to scrap. When she's here to visit, she usually has her little sister and is chasing her constantly. Uh, all of these pictures look to the left. I thought about lining them all up one on top of the other and bringing them straight down. And then I thought, no, I really don't want to do that. I want to do something else with my layout. So I am kind of staggering my pictures, and they're all going to be looking off the page. But that's all right for this layout. I decided to put trim at the top and the bottom there, like there was a whole piece behind that blue one. And then I thought, well, I don't want to waste it. And so I am going to end up cutting it to fit and not put it right behind the stripe part. And then, which is a good thing because I'll end up using the reddish orange part on the other side to back some, I guess it's a negative space on the words. Like there's a speech bubble that's got a word on it. And then there's some manners that's got letters that spell silly. And yeah, I thought I can use that at the back. So yeah, it is a good thing I didn't just put them both on there. I'd had to cut some more paper off. Yeah, this is the one that says hey, and speech bubbles usually aren't my favorite, but it really goes good with this picture. His mouth is wide open. And we are at the pool, and it's him and his brother's birthday. They're like just a few days apart in October. And so they had a pool party for him. And what is going on here is his brother, who's 5 years older, was swimming underwater and was just going to pull him out through there. I missed that part. I have no picture of that. I was laughing and Charlie came up to me and somehow I missed that part. But I caught the ones right before then. Well, it happened so quick, I just didn't have time to catch it. And talked to Charlie too, and she was pretty small at the time, maybe 3. I would say maybe 3. I wasn't sure what these words spelled until I got them out. I knew there was some banners that had word, and so my first instinct was to have my title, Silly Shenanigans. But then I thought, I just used that the other day after not using shenanigans. Here, I actually think of using it twice in like a week and a half. So it's going to be silly pool fun instead. And yeah, I backed them in the cream color. I did consider using the dark blue, but then I thought I could just lay it straight down onto the paper and do the dark blue. So I thought, well, for them to show up and to look like there is some backing behind it, I'm going to back it in the cream color. And I did put a staple on each one so it looked like they were stapled to the page, but all I did was glue them down. I put foam tape behind the hay because I wanted it to like stand out since, he was yelling, hey. Well, I'm not exactly sure what he was yelling at the time, but I wanted to put the pool fun right down there underneath the silly, but those letters were just a little bit too tall, so I am putting them on the photo instead. They don't show up really good in the video, but they show up pretty good on the actual layout when you're looking at the layout. And those are from Atwell. And I'm going to do a circle up here. I thought, well, there's plenty other shapes on here. I don't have a circle. And this circle is cute. It's red polka dot. And I don't have no red polka dot on there, but I wanted to make it a little bit bigger. So I pulled this out thinking, okay, I can make it a little bigger. And you can see it's a tiny bit bigger. And I should have just done it with the red to start with. But since I didn't get it as big as I wanted, I went ahead and used the blue that was a scrap. And I thought, that's it. That's all I'm going to have. But I put it up there, and then I thought, I hate to have that other part go to waste. It's going to lay around here and get thrown away, probably, as small as it is. So I went ahead and backed it in the blue, and I'm going to put it right up here. The blue really don't show up that good unless you're looking right at it, but I didn't throw it away, and it is on my layout, and another circle on the layout. I pulled out those puffy stickers. Something house, paper house. My mind went blank. And they're paper house puffy stickers, and they're the squishy kind that I like. So yeah, they feel really good. I think it's like a more rubbery instead of vinyl coating. That's why I like them better. But yeah, they're nice and soft. And here I'm going to use that. It looks really orange here, but in person it looks like, at first glance, red, but then you can kind of tell there's some orange in it. So it's mostly red with a tinge of orange. But like I said, it looks more orange here. And some of them I'm going to put on foam tape, and some I'm going to adhere straight down to the page. And I'm going to scatter them around the page. And I'm going to put some down there by the pool fun, but I'm also going to put some over there by the silly. And then I think all I have left to do after that is do my splattering. Yeah, that's all I've got left to do. And the uh, splattering, I'm going to use Lindy's, and it's powder blue. And I picked it because I thought, well, it kind of will look like splashes coming out of the water and up onto the side of the pool. And that star right there that I put in there, it wasn't a full one. I didn't scoot over far enough, so it was only partially cut. But I didn't throw it away. I thought, I can just tuck it under something. So that's what I did, and that's why it's tucked under. Oh, I forgot this part. I'm not ready for the splatters. Um, I pulled this twine out because, anytime I have a pool one, I want to use twine. I used yellow so much that I'm kind of getting low on it. And believe me, I had a good size spool. They had some place years ago, like 2012 maybe, they had a Black Friday sale, and you could get like 6 rolls for X amount of money. I think it was maybe it was peachy cheap. I think it might have been. It was a daily thing, and I seen it, and it was like maybe $19 for the 6 rolls. And they were big rolls. And so I got them, and of course, so I could keep them right there on my desk, I have to unroll them and put them on something else. But these are the good size rolls, and the yellow is getting low. So I thought, I've got to use another color. So this is the blue, and this is a lot heavier than most of the twine that you can get. Um, so sometimes I have to dig out some of the other twine that I have that's thinner, but most of the time this works, and I like it because it does add depth and texture and everything to my page. I like it better than the other actually, just because of all that. Uh, I'm gonna have it twine all the way through the page and around, and then go off the page and come back on and have the beginning and the ending close to each other. Uh, and I am going to put some washi tape on the back, just so I'll make sure. I am putting glue on the back, but just to make sure that it don't come undone. And then other than the splattering, really, that's it. I'll be done with my layout. Uh, but yeah, they had a lot of fun at the pool that day. There was a lot of kids there. And yeah, I even have pictures where, they have the timeout where they do the pool check. So yeah, I'm going to scrapbook some of them. I scrapbooked a picture of the boys in the pool and one of Charlie sitting out of the pool. And I think that's it out of all the ones that day. I think that's all the ones I've ever scrapped. But my plans are to scrap some of them right now. I printed some out and I am going to scrap them. And I am going to get a little bit on my picture, but these pictures are pretty good and they wipe right off. So yeah, I'll get it off. And I wasn't planning on putting it on the sides to start with, but as I was putting it, I thought that looks good. That really looks like maybe water splattered up on the side of the pool and was still wet. But yeah, even after it dried, it dries a powder blue. It is honestly a powder blue. And it dries a powder blue and it looks pretty good. And so, yeah, that's it. That's my layout. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you who are, thank you so much. But there's my little puffy camera and the stars. Oh, and I forgot, I put that paper clip in there. All them were like nautical. And if I'd had more spaces to put them on, I would have put some more on. I started to put that one there by this picture, but then I realized I was going on top of his head, so I had to pick a place that didn't have it. If they weren't all paper clips, or I could have figured out to get the little plastic part off, I probably would have put more on there. But I was glad to get the anchor on there anyway. And sorry about the glare. I have tried and tried and tried to get rid of the glare on my pictures, but I've got one of those big studio lights above me, and that is what it's coming from. If I had spent more money and bought two, I could have had them on each side and it wouldn't be right on top. But I only have the one and it cost enough. But sorry about the glare. But thank you all again so much for watching. Have a happy, scrappy day and week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.